Hello again, my people. What's going on? We're back with another episode for this Manchester United football manager rebuild. I hope you guys are ready for this. We have a lot to unpack. So, since we've been off camera, yeah, it's been a really poor summer window, which is pretty much predicted when Ineos is in charge. But we were hoping for something to change. Just because we're unprepared doesn't mean our entire tenure is going to be like this. We have a lot to unpack from Real Madrid being interested in our top players, trying to unsettle them. Our top targets in the midfield area have been poached by a lot of European sides. And in our preseason tournament, we actually finished it off well. 5 out of 6 games won. And Mateus Cunha, he did stand out. And despite not being very active in the market, I feel like searching for younger players, we've been okay at that. So yeah, let's unpack everything. We've got a lot to unwind. So we're going to start off with the staff overhaul. So we have been switching up a lot of the performance analysts, recruitment analysts. We've added new coaches. Some are pre-gen, some are real life coaches. But yeah, we are trying to make sure off the field stuff is intact. And look at the mental stats. It's poor, really poor. However, tactically, I feel like some of these players are warming, not even some, majority of these players are warming up to the system. During the preseason tournament, like I said, we won 5 out of 6 games. So we ended up bouncing back from that 6-4 defeat against Bayern Munich. You witnessed our 3-1 win against Leipzig. We went on to win 2-0 here. Rasmus Højlund scoring, Bruno Fernandes scoring, Cunha scored again. Xerxes scored as well against Borussia Dortmund where we won 2-1. Hellas Verona, our recent friendly, Rashford got involved and so did Bruno. So there's been fairly consistent performance throughout the side. Patrick Dorgu, he's looking really promising as a left back. One thing to add though, Andre Onana was so close to offloading him to Newcastle United. I didn't want to offload him, but I think 63 million was an offer that was too good to reject, and he ended up rejecting their contract. And there's a few other players that are making it really difficult to offload them, like Jadon Sancho. We were so close to finalizing a deal with Douglas Luiz. It was just going to be a straight swap deal, no money involved. Actually, there was going to be a bit of money involved, tell a lie. But yeah, he ended up rejecting Juventus's contract straight away. So I'm facing the same issues as Ten Hag and all the other managers. But yeah, but just because we haven't signed anyone doesn't mean we haven't been trying. We tried to go in for a backup keeper for to replace Bayern. We tried to get a future keeper. We're still in contract talks with him. Hopefully, we can get Onana out to supplement this transfer. It's 15 million. 15 million up front. There's a breakdown of 35.5 million over 3 seasons, and it does rise up to 54 million overall. And like I feel like we're quite decent for centre backs this season. I know you guys don't want to hear that because we still have Maguire. We don't have a proper backup for Lisandro Martinez, but that is the goal, to eventually get someone in. So Jared Brandtwhite, I feel like Everton are trying to price us out of a move for him. William Pacho, PSG seem more likely to negotiate a more reasonable fee, and I feel like Pacho's probably the better defender out of the two players. Let me know, like, who would you go for? I feel like Jared Brandtwhite, he does have a lot of potential, but I feel like his price tag and how people rate him, he's only highly rated because he's English in my opinion. And even in the midfield area, Daniel Dagger, he's a Nigerian CDM, 18 years of age. He does have a lot of potential. I feel like he's got good attributes, but things that I would point out is his balance. As a CDM, he would need to improve upon that, but he's very young. He wouldn't go straight into the first team, but things that stand out, like natural fitness, stamina, his work rate is high. His positioning's good for his age. Marking does need improvement, but again, for an 18-year-old, like, I feel like these are good attributes. And even his passing, his technique is really good. We're in contract negotiations with him right now, so we're not going to part ways with more than 5.75 million, and that's just the excess. Again, we have a breakdown type of deal going on here, only paying 1.5 million up front. Because we lost out on Varela and Palacios, I feel like Stiller will be the right guy to go for as I'll say choice C, and I don't think this is even a bad third choice to have as a CDM to going for. In terms of his passing, excellent, technical ability, excellent, work rate high. He's got good natural fitness, stamina is good, balance is brilliant, composure. Like, this guy, he screams Manchester United player, and where he would probably fit in is right here in this slot where Mainu is. We do want to build a Mainu as a player, but I don't think he's a first team player, first team star. If he can be a developmental player as a second choice, right behind Stiller. I feel like our system, especially the midfield area, is going to be really good. Yeah, remember how I mentioned that players were unsettled because of big clubs like Real Madrid sniffing around? Bruno Fernandes is still somewhat disappointing that we didn't allow him to join. Like, the bid did get as high as 100 million, but yeah, I just don't feel like selling our captain in our first window. Rashford, we still have teams sniffing around him. This time around is Barca. Chelsea dropped their interest. I think they either signed someone else or they just got fed up with negotiating. In terms of Barcelona, they're waiting for their funds to go up even more. I don't think they'll be able to raise 95 million for Rashford. And my main issue is, like, I do have a lot of attackers in mind that we could potentially replace Anthony, Sancho, possibly even Garnacho with. I'm very reluctant with Garnacho still because he's still very young. And the issue that a lot of Man United fans have with Garnacho, that he always plays with his head down majority of the time. If we do force him on the right wing, he's going to be forced to be a bit more creative and not have his head down so much. So I feel like developing Garnacho into a more creative player might be the best thing going forward. He's not an unsettled player so far, so we're not going to go out of our way to force him out of the club just yet. And despite Anthony playing well in pre-season, we are still looking to offload him. I doubt we're going to find ways to play Anthony. Let me know in the comment section below. How do you guys handle offloading players when you first start up a save? My main concern is holding on to Deadwood. Sancho's on 300k per week. Rashford's on 300k per week. Even Mason Mount, like Mount, I'm quite happy to keep. But even him, he's like third, second choice, number 10. Because Cunha, we could either play him off on the left hand side, but we prefer to play him as a 10. My only issue with Cunha is that his vision isn't as high as Bruno Fernandes. So if a player like Xerxes or Højlund's making consistent runs, is he really going to pick him out? I feel like the main areas that we still need to bolster, I'm not too sure if we still need to bolster the striking role. We need to give Højlund and Xerxes some time to maybe gel into the system before we start splashing all of our cash. But the other area, even if we get Angelo Stiller, is the ball winning midfield area, because I do want a backup for Ugarte. I don't think we have anyone else that's good enough to play that role. We still have Collier. We are trying to sell him and move him on. I feel like, again, like, we're unprepared in a lot of areas, but we've had a short amount of time to actually scout the right players. And my thing is, I don't want to rush signing players and regret it by the time we get to December. Let me know what you guys think. Like, panic buys, do you think panic buys ruin a save? I feel like I've had a lot of saves ruined by panic buys. So our next opponent's Liverpool. Let's see how they've done in the market. They spent 53 million so far, not on immediate first team place. Reece Nelson, this guy must be really good at this database for them to splash 46.5 million potentially on him. And there's a player called Samson Badu. So yeah, Liverpool have strengthened. They've not weakened at all. So it's a 4:30 p.m. kickoff. As you guys can see, other sides have already kicked off from the Saturday's fixtures. Bournemouth are at the top of the table as it stands. Yeah, here goes, man. My Premier League debut is gonna be one of the biggest clashes in England history. I don't know how to prepare for this one. We do have a lot of players that aren't sharp. We have players that are just returning from injury, so they only just got back into training. So again, this is not the ideal position to be in, but we set ourselves up for this. Okay, so you guys can see our bench. This is as strong as our bench can be for now. So even the United fans don't feel like Rashford deserves to start. Okay, we're in the dressing room. Team talk. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and instill confidence into these guys. So I'm going to make sure that they know it's a home game. It's important for us to actually take advantage over the 12th man. But yeah, Agarte's still a bit aggressive, so let's address that. No, that's still not addressed. And yeah, I'm just gonna say I trust the striker to actually get us a goal or two. So far, it's been an okay team talk. Okay, we've got the two lineups here. They got Wirtz, Diaz, and Salah. Oh my days, this is gonna be a hell of a debut, man. We're up against Onslaught and his boys. Okay, we shake hands. The players are coming out from the dugout. Let's go, man. Let's get this derby underway. Okay, cool. So yeah, I like this skin. We also have an instant result button, so if we want to rage quit, we can rage quit. So yeah, I'm just going to try and motivate these players early on. Okay, so far, no updates. 24 minutes gone. No real indication to who's got full control over the game. So far, Liverpool are controlling possession. Just going to demand more. So from the looks of it, it was a boring first half. There was literally no highlights to show for the game for the first 45 minutes. So let's try to get these defenders focused. And I do want more from the striker. I'm not going to go in on him. It's the first game. Yeah, second half alterations might have to be made. We've got Diallo waiting for some game time. He was complaining because he is looking to be called up for international duty. So here's the potential first highlight of the game. Hopefully we don't concede. Good interception there by Bruno. Come on, get us up the field, Dorgu. Come on, don't waste possession like that. It's not what we... this is not what we went over on the training pitch. Mo Salah, come on, Wirtz, stop him. Oh, Gravenberch, 1-0. Started the second half poorly. We're gonna go down. Hopefully heads don't completely drop. So yeah, we're gonna make 2 substitutions. Gonna bring on Luke Shaw and Amad Diallo. Oh, come on, let's respond better to adversity. Oh, Darwin Núñez doubles the lead. He doubles the lead. Oh, Nana should come and punch that. One more look at this. We allowed the cross to come in. I don't know how we end up losing the ball there. Like, what's Mainu doing? How does that even turn into a cross? Okay, so this is not going well at all. So we're going to have to switch up the tactics, see if we can get Mason Mount involved. So the build-up is not creative at all. It's unimaginative. Unimaginative. I think that's the right word to describe it. This has been shocking so far. Here's Garnacho. Mason Mount, come on, man. He's facing the wrong way when the ball's being played to him, but he wins the ball back. Go on, Delict. Matthias Delict finds the low. The low plate in the box. Højlund. Oh, headers on target, but it's cleared away. Come on, just keep overloading these set pieces. Our new set piece coach has been working with these guys. Can someone come of it? From the looks of it, no. Yeah, it's early days. It's early days, guys. Have been trying to buy into Remble, but it's not come off. We've got our first goal under our tenure. Come on, run the ball back to the halfway line. Let's just go all out, man. Let's go all out. Oh, please don't do... Okay, it's awarded. No highlights for the final 5 minutes. That's it. That's it, guys. We ended up losing 2-1 to Liverpool. This is not a good look for the first game of the campaign, but kind of been set up here. These fixtures, they haven't been kind, clearly. But overall, defensively, shocking. We can see a load of average performances from our defense. Onana putting a stinker. I feel like he could have claimed the cross for the second goal. Mainu made a mistake in the midfield. Xerxes, graveyard shift. Despite Rashford being doubted by the fans, he was the most standout player in the final third, except for the likes of Amad Diallo and Højlund, who ended up coming on the pitch to actually make a difference. So I feel like maybe starting Diallo in the next game and Højlund possibly. In the 72nd minute, Mason Mount even came off the bench. He had one key pass, and that key pass led to the goal as well. Back to the drawing board. Unlucky, boys. We're just going to be positive. We're not going to shower them with negativity on day one. Don't worry, this is the calm before the storm. If they're performing like this in October, just best believe I'm going to lose my head. I didn't attempt no mind games. I wasn't really trying to answer questions in the press conference, if I'm honest with you. I don't know what this guy's on about. For now, I'm going to be humble. I'm going to say no comment. The players need to bounce back. Trying to ask me questions about Rashford and Barcelona. We haven't received a formal offer yet. Yep, we've had an offer rejected for Everton. We're going to go ahead and cancel the offer. I'm not even going to entertain any more negotiations with them. This is a ridiculous amount of money to ask for. Come on, man. Come on, man. The whole Man United tax thing is childish now, man. You guys gotta be realistic with yourselves. They're trying to tell me 67 to 97 million. Like, if I spend 70 million, I'm not spending a lot of money up front. We're gonna have to do a lot of add-ons. And just like that, we've got a new loan manager. We're gonna lose 1.4 million to this scrub here. But yeah, just know that we're replacing him with someone much better. So our loan manager will be a bit more well versed in the field that we're hiring him for. We've got a new coach coming in. So I did say, yeah, a lot of the backroom stuff is getting improved. That's why I'm not really panicking right now. We haven't got everything set up the way we want it. Yeah, I don't want to bid anything higher than 37.5 million. William Pacho's a good centre back that could become even greater. We've got Richard Rios. I only know of this guy because of my FC25 content, and if you haven't checked that out already, check out my FC25 content. I had someone comment to check this guy out on FC25. Couldn't find him in the database, but lo and behold, he's here on Football Manager. So let me just figure out his best role right now. He's more of an advanced player. I need a ball-winning midfielder right now. I kind of set my hopes on Angelo Stiller. Piling on the pressure on Torino. So, yeah, we've unsettled one of their top goalkeepers. We do only want him as a backup. And they're asking for ridiculous money, 14 million. I'm not going to be spending that on a second choice keeper. I'm going to change the training schedule for the week as well, because I want us to be a bit more prepared for this Wolverhampton game. So, yeah, I want these players to execute my tactics correctly. I don't want some half-hearted football. Still a deal's still being negotiated. This is getting ridiculous now. 88 million. This is getting ridiculous. I just hope this guy hands in a transfer request. New goalkeeper coach. I accept. Okay, so we just made our first ever signing for Manchester United. So we've just brought in BT. Michael BT. He's a 15-year-old goalkeeper. He's gonna go straight to the youth system. And that's the thing, guys. Don't think I'm not aware of these top players around the world. It's just realistically we don't have the funds for it, and I do want to spend money on multiple positions, not on just one. And again, we're stuck with Onana until he leaves. Like, there's no way we can bring a top goalkeeper in as long as he's here soaking up the wages or the wage bill. In fact, we're going to speak to his agent, and out of curiosity, we're just going to find out what he's about a bit. So 72k tonight. I feel like he'll be a good squad player. That's the thing. I don't want any panic buys. They're not happy with my management of the team. Okay, I'm just not going to entertain them. Okay, so we're gonna have to delay this transfer. We really need to. I can't justify spending 51 million on a backup. The whole point was to bring in Savage and bring in him, give him a 1 year like a cooling off period, and make sure Savage was primed and ready. But from the looks of it, like yeah, our first signing is potentially gonna be either cancelled or delayed. Yeah, we are trying our hardest. I don't know why I didn't think of Aurelian Tchouameni. I just thought maybe this is a deal that's really impossible to do financially, but from the looks of it, he's quite affordable. So we're gonna try to put in a 45 million bid overall. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start negotiating. I'm just gonna try to simmer weird expectations because I can't have this. I really can't. Drop that down. Nope. Okay, nope. We're not gonna eat extra. I'm not gonna eat extra. I'm sorry. Times are hard, man. This economy's hard, bro. What are you and your agent doing? Oh, you're telling me you're gonna throw away this deal just because of a few crumbs? We're gonna have to come back, boys. We're gonna have to come back. It's gonna be long, drawn out negotiations. I'll get the man that we need. Don't worry about that. Yeah, we're just so unprepared, and yeah, Real Madrid, they accepted that offer, but sure, man, he wants to be playing in Champions League. I should have probably scouted a bit more before selling myself a dream. But yeah, being pretty much priced out of every potential deal. Yeah, it's quite frustrating to know I've got that Pacho deal over the line, but match day 2 is about to come up. Yeah, we're gonna stick by our man Kobbie Mainoo. I know he's made a mistake in that first game, but we gotta protect the youth. We found a potential backup to Ugarte. So Thomas Belmonte, he's pretty much he is a slightly older version of Ugarte. He's very aggressive. In terms of positions, meant to be quite good. Work rate is high. We've got high natural fitness, good stamina, good strength, decent strength, I should say. Tackling, I was gonna say talking. Tackling's okay. Not even okay. It's excellent. And we even have good marking. This will be a good squad player to bring around. He's got a good professionalism in terms of his personality. Yeah, we're gonna delegate this. We're gonna hand this over to Andy Mason, which is supposed to be our director of football. We've been looking at Federico Redondo as a potential player for the deep line playmaking role. I don't think he can make the cut, if I'm honest with you. So we've unsettled Branthwaite now. David Moyes he's gatekeeping. He's gatekeeping talent. Okay, back to negotiations with Angelo Stella. I don't know, man. Man United were known for paying stupid money, but I just don't want to continue that legacy. Not while I'm here. 50 million's a bit high. I don't know where they're going with that. I won't be pushed higher than 76. I think this is my breaking point here. 76 million for Angelo Stella for our first. Well, now he's turned into our first choice deep line playmaking option. Because the first two, they've disappeared mysteriously. Yeah, one's gone to PSG, one's gone to Real Madrid. The usual. Match day 2 in the Premier League has crept up on us. We're sitting 15th. No different to last season where we ended up against 7th place Wolverhampton. I'm assuming they had a decent result on opening day. We're gonna go ahead and make these changes here. Yeah, we're very unprepared for this campaign, if I'm very honest with you. I wasn't expecting to not have any signings down packed in episode 2. But here goes. This is going to be the starting 11 for match day 2 for us. Yeah, we made a few changes. Rashford is benched. Got Amad Diallo starting off on the right-hand side now. Højlund's getting a start. Martinez is starting. I think those are the only changes from that last match. Yeah, these guys just need to play their football and just focus on the game. Not make any mistakes in the middle of the park, especially around the back. And I think we'll be fine if they just follow instructions. Okay, so Chris Cavan is the referee. Okay, so their starting 11's quite decent. They got Godesh, they got Nonto. He seems to be good on Football Manager. Semedo, Andre, he's a good CDM. I might even nick him if I can. I'm going to try and encourage these guys to go attacking, play their football. Cross comes in, Delict, head over the bar, get this out of the way. Okay, so they're playing out from the back. They got Mosquera. Isn't that the guy that's gone to Arsenal in real life, or was about to? We're gonna get tight. Oh, we win the ball. We win the ball. Go on, Højlund. Go on, Højlund. Got a gift. We got a gift. We're 1-0 up. Come on. Got to take the opportunities that are put forth in front of you. Okay, that's brilliant. That's truly, truly brilliant. Okay. We're going to try and go positive. Let's defend now. Don't muck up as soon as we get ahead. Good tackle there. Amad Diallo. Tracking back, good touch there by Garnacho. Do the 2. What's Højlund doing waiting for the ball? Well done, Delo. Amad. On Delict. Choose the simple passes. Don't overcomplicate it. Go on, Dorgu. Great determination. Garnacho. Put the cross in. He thinks about it, gives it to Bruno. 2-0. 2-0. The Red Devils are 2-0 up within 20 minutes. We're getting good performances out of the boys now. I'm going to praise them. Okay, got another highlight. Distribution. A bit iffy. Doesn't drop kindly to Menu. Semedo, I forgot we can zoom in and zoom out manually. Oh, I thought that was a goal there. Shao Gomez, go on, pressure. Good tackle there by Bruno. That's my captain. That's my captain. Amad Diallo puts the ball in. Garnacho on the end of that. It's a corner kick. Okay, so at half time, we're 2-0 up. We've got the first 2 goals in under 20 minutes. So in terms of this section, Delos won the ball back more than any other player. Diallo's lost the ball. I don't really mind if he's running at defenders. Good conversion in the final third. The worst performers, of course, he's struggling for form. We just need to get our arm around him. So yeah, I'm going to make it clear that we need more possession because it's not okay to be dominated like that. Defenders are doing okay. I'm going to tell the midfielders to keep it going. So yeah, we made several changes. We brought on Luke Shaw. Brought on the likes of... oh, there's a breakaway. Højlund. Rasmus Højlund, play across the box. Cuts that back. Amad Diallo. 3-0. 3-0. Amad Diallo. It's an excellent way to bounce back, man. We weren't completely played off the park against Liverpool, but it was just frustrating to watch all the highlights go Liverpool's way. We've got a free kick here, 78 minutes on the clock. Bruno takes it short. Amad Diallo, shot deflected by Delict. It's gone in, but VAR check. VAR check for the Dutchman. And that goal counts. The Dutchman's off the mark this season. That's the full-time whistle gone. We won 4-0. We've beaten Wolverhampton away from home at the Molineux. We got a goal from Højlund, Fernandes, Diallo and Delict. We dominated in XG, got dominated possession-wise. We do need to work on that. This is not our best midfield, if I'm honest with you. There's going to be more to come. New faces will come in and there'll be a better balance. But it's a brilliant performance by Bruno Fernandes playing as a second striker. But yeah, smiles all round. Got nothing but positive things to say to the boys. We kept a clean sheet as well. That's the most important thing for me. If you know, you know. I love my clean sheets. There's no doubt this is an immense result and thoroughly deserved too. Yeah. Nothing but positive words. Okay, I know we didn't beat the best of the best, but 3 points on the board, our first set of 3 points on the board. Can't do anything but be happy with that. Okay, so yeah, we got a few more scouting reports to go through. Hopefully by the time we meet up again, I'm gonna have Stonewall signings to brag about. Again, we're gonna keep doing our due diligence and figuring out who's the next best player and who's the next player to target. But yeah, in terms of games off camera, we still got a load of tough games to come up. We've got Tottenham Hotspur coming up. I feel like Fulham's going to be a difficult game. Burnley, I feel like they'll be a bogey side in this database. I don't know why. But yeah, we have Sheffield Wednesday next because we qualify for the second round now for the Carabao Cup. That's how poor we finished last season. But yeah, let me know what you guys would have done with the Bruno Fernandes thing. Like, would you have sold him? Because realistically, if we did sell Bruno, we wouldn't be in this position where we're struggling for money or struggling to just bolster positions that need bolstering. And what do you guys think? Do I give Garnacho and Hoyland some time? I know in real life we've lost patience, but in this rebuild so far, they seem like the players that are knuckling down under the system. But yeah, this is the table right now. This is how it looks after 2 games being played. We're sitting 5th place. Obviously, there's a few teams that haven't played their second game. But I think we'll leave it here because there's just a lot to unpack and unwind when it comes to this game. There's just a lot of details. I feel like I'll be sitting here for ages. If you want different FM content, if you guys have different ideas, leave your suggestions below. I'm just kind of getting back into the swing of things in terms of this game.